Why do I support the LGBT community? Because mind your own business. That is a very a thing that should have been very obvious. And you know, as it took me like I don't know how many days after I became non-religious to say, really, you don't have any problems with the LGBT community. That was just me, being obeying what I thought was the right thing to do, because we all want to go to heaven and stuff. But okay, so this doesn't become a religion video. I'm just gonna say that nowadays the reason why anybody who isn't straight, who has a sexuality that isn't normal, is treated not so fairly is so beyond me now. I cannot totally understand, have any sort of, yeah, I get it, but you're wrong. No, not even that. I'm just because I just feel that I'm very right. Mind your own business is the only reason I should point out, but other points are fun to make. Even if it is unnatural, because I've heard some people say, well, and it did seem like, it makes sense. It is weird to not. So they assume that you don't reproduce because it's not man or woman. Sexual activity. So you really think that, oh, then that's the reason. Then why don't you like the normal position of doing it? So I was like, and by the way, this preoccupation with what is masculine and and then the lesbians, they have to act more feminine, and those gender roles, a lot of people would be against racism and against any sexism or any other discrimination. I remember, see, now that I am being true to being rational with my beliefs, not lying to myself, I was so mad one day when I saw on the TV one guy who was protesting some racial inequality, or what is this thing, I'm not really gonna be specific. He's like, well, this is different, when they were fighting for against racism, that's different. I mean, we can't choose what we are, but these guys, it's not the same thing. Please don't compare us. Please don't compare the both, the thing. So he was so desensitized. He was so about, let me discriminate against the LGBT community. And then how, well, that's not the same sort of discrimination. That sort of thing outraged me. And then the transphobia that were I didn't really assume that there would be some of that in the LGBT community. Then as soon as I faced my beliefs, I was like, ideologically, I'm also okay with the trans community, so I support them a little extra because they're being totally not understood and discriminated for the same reasons, I think, that the rest of the LGBT community is not treated fairly. And why you should treat somebody according to what they like do we treat people with certain types of fetishes really badly? No, I think some people just when they find out, they're just like and that's it, and then they go and do whatever they have to do, like park the car and in Kmart, or Target. So I usually don't like to say, it doesn't make any sense to me why people would feel this way. In this case, I will have to say, yeah, they're just holding on to things and totally not thinking on their own, I think. But I am thinking on my own. That's why I support the as a not being transphobic. Transphobic, yeah. Um, and I get kind of mad, and I kind of go out of my way to defend. If I hear something homophobic said, I usually end up kind of making not really a scene, but an awkward conversation. So it's not usually the type of person I am. Just I feel that strongly about this issue. The fact that in 1990 they removed homosexuality from the health books as a disease is wow. People are so young who were born in that year, and how socially acceptable it still is to make fun, because that is now the thing that you can't get away with, jokes, and totally like, we don't understand these weirdos. We're making satire about them, not really satire, but making fun of their mannerisms because they all talk the same, by the way, So, and the fact that, gay guys talk in every way imaginable, and, everybody else in the LGBT community. So, I just want to say that in that sense, I support the whole LGBT community and can see why they're so bitter. I used to think when I was a religious and anti-gay, I used to think, oh, they hate straight people. They're just bitter, and they're all, oh, by the way, these stereotypes about their lifestyle, that they're all party people and they can't be calm, nerdy people. It's just I even had the stereotype after I became not religious, but why don't we have the stereotype about straight people? Also, when you say a guy and a girl relationship, we all go to, oh, that must be hugs and kisses. And when we talk about an LGBT relationship, we think right away, dirty, and that was brought up to me by a girl on a show. I watched it on TV. It sounds like I've been on TV. Oh, okay. I've been on radio, but well, maybe on TV. And no, I've definitely been on radio. Okay. Anyway, I digress. Just I'm not only saying be condescendingly. It's okay to the LGBT community. I'm like, understand that they did not choose this way of being. They are like that, and I feel like it's not enough to talk. I should do more. I want to do more. I feel kind of obligated because it's kind of mainstream to get a little weirded out or worried when it should just be normal. You can't even say normal when you talk about them. So can you make an or a not religious case, a non-religious case for being against the whole LGBT community? I don't just want to say to you guys. I don't think it's possible. I mean, a lot of people try, and it just comes out to this sort of morality that I think, So maybe I should just, keep saying, it is not your business to judge these people. And just why be so worried nowadays? It doesn't make any sense to me. And I was just obeying religion. It never really made sense to me to be against the gays. Just as a lot of things that I thought were right, and that's a mindset that I don't support anymore. I support the LGBT community, and I think they know it. I think they know it. I don't get tense around anybody who comes out, and I think I need to try a little more than I'm trying right now to defend them, because they're not doing anything wrong to you. So yes, the LGBT cause has my support, my full support. Okay.